As the Pope was leaving the Santo Domingo airport, he turned in our direction and answered a question, something that is very unusual. Would you have a message for the Catholics of South Florida? In English?
Blessing to all people of New Orleans in United States. The best greetings and blessings.
Thank you, Holy Father. From there, the Pontiff's open car started toward the city with a motorcade of reporters following him. But the closer he got to Santo Domingo, the more people there were who wanted to see him, to touch him. The scene was unbelievable. There were armed guards in the streets, but they could not control the emotionally charged crowd of worshipers. People were crying and fainting in the streets of Santo Domingo as he approached the cathedral. Inside the oldest church in the New World and the place where Christopher Columbus is buried, the Pope received welcoming remarks from church leaders here, and then he told them he was happy to be the first Pope to ever visit the Caribbean. Then it was on to the huge Plaza Independencia, where more thousands greeted the Pope. Not even the 93-degree heat could discourage the crowd here. There were an estimated 500,000 persons who had been waiting for hours in hopes of catching a glimpse of Pope John Paul II. Among those who attended were 4 cardinals from the United States and a delegation from the Archdiocese of South Florida, led by Archbishop Edward McCarthy.
It's so satisfying to have people so excited simply about what stands for being good, the Holy Father himself.
A man of peace.
A man of peace and a man of love, you know, and to know that the world really is not filled with people only interested in war and hatred, but people who basically are committed to peace. For me, it's a tremendous experience.
This stop in Santo Domingo, while historically significant, was primarily planned as a rest stop before going on to a Latin American bishops' conference in Puebla, Mexico. But early this morning, the Pope again said Mass, and by 8 o'clock, he was rolling through the city streets. Again, thousands were there to greet him. As before, the heat and the press of the crowd caused people to faint and to get ill. The Pope went to a Santo Domingo suburb called Los Minas, where 500,000 persons live in poverty, many in tiny shacks with no modern conveniences. The poor are a special interest of the Pope's.